we are going to transition into our next speaker. So, next up, I'm going to have Erin Moody join me on screen if you're ready to go. We're going to hear a little bit from Erin. Does some cool work. It's also a DJ. So, no big deal. DJ Moody is here with us today. So, Erin, feel free to take it away.
Hi everyone. My name is Erin Moody. My artist name is Mood, which is just a hyphened version of my first and last name. It's kind of like a high school nickname that never went away. So first I want to thank Elliot and Unicorn Solutions for putting this incredible event together, and a special shout out to my dear friend Shruti, who you might have all have heard from a little bit earlier. The work that they are doing is just so inspiring. And I'm just really grateful to call them chosen family, and you all chosen family now. So a little bit about me and my story. I have actually come out of the closet twice in my life. Whoop, whoop. The first time was in eighth grade when I was 13, living in Florida, where I grew up. I came out as a lesbian because that's what my friends said I was. And the term never really felt accurate, like an accurate description for myself. And I didn't know why at the time. But I kind of just was like, okay, that's cool. We're queer, we're doing it. I love it. And then the very first time I went to a gay bar was with a dear cis female friend of mine. The summer going into college, I had long hair then that was pulled back beneath a bun. And we were getting a drink at the bar when a particularly attractive man came over to us. And he stopped just before saying anything with a surprised look on his face. And then followed up with, "I'm sorry, I came over here because I had to talk to this extremely hot guy." And then I realized that he was speaking about me. And it wasn't the first time I had been mistaken for a man, but it was something, it was like the first time that it meant something totally different. And the three of us had like a long laugh about it. And then I thanked him for the compliment before we made our way out to the dance floor. And the seemingly small mistake was an affirmation I had never felt before. And while I didn't think much of it in the moment, it did struck a chord with me enough to never let that memory go. So now we're gonna flash forward to 2019, living in New York City. I've been here for 12 years now. Whoop, whoop. A friend of mine had recently come out as non-binary, and they were looking for extra support. So I went with them to two transgender non-conforming meetings at the center in West Village, which if you haven't heard of, you should definitely check it out. They do amazing work. After the first meeting ended, we were walking to the train together, and they asked me what my thoughts were. And I took a long pause and then responded with, "Well, I think I have a lot to think about." I really didn't realize that the people I had met that day would share these experiences that I myself could relate to so much on an intimate level. And then the pandemic came, and suddenly I had all this time on my hands to really sit with my feelings and dive deep into what my gender identity was. And it was through this time that my wife and I, Erin, who you're going to hear from in a little bit, yes, we have the same name. We love it. We had a lot of deep conversations, and we cried a lot, and it was a lot of like self-reflection. And I was like, I really feel like my gender identity is not what I've been saying this whole time. I don't feel um like lesbian represents me, and I don't feel like I'm a woman. So that totally makes sense why lesbian doesn't fit for me. I feel like I came to a moment where I was like, okay, I feel like I'm pansexual. That's my sexual orientation. And I feel like I am gender fluid or non-binary. I feel like I kind of float in between all of the things, and I encompass all of these beautiful aspects of different identities all at once. And it was kind of in the middle of the pandemic, I went on a family trip actually with my parents and my brothers, and we went on a little RV trip around the South. And it was a great time, but it was also a very tumultuous time with what was going on in politically in this country. And I had a lot of feelings about that with my family. And we kind of had like this heated argument where it all came to a head with me, where I was like, I need to start living proudly as myself, because why not? Life is so short. We need to be our authentic selves. So it was right after that trip that I finally decided to write a little thing and like post it online and tell everybody that I'm coming out of the closet again. I am gender fluid, I'm pansexual, I'm proud of these things, as we all should be. We should be given the space and the safety to live as our true selves. So now, living in New York still, and about to start splitting my time between LA as well. I am a DJ. I've been DJing since 2017. I've also had a number of lives throughout the corporate world. I was in TV and film production. I was in architecture. I worked for StubHub. I was in the music industry. So I've done many things. I was also in fashion. So I've done many jobs. But you can see my DJ set up behind me here, my decks. It's where I practice, and I'm at my production studio right here in front of me. And being in New York and being a DJ, it has given me this platform to really just be my queer authentic self. And especially during June, Pride Month, this is actually probably the most booked I've ever been, which I'm just so deeply grateful and humbled about. This weekend, I'm actually on Friday, I'm playing at a club called Silo with an all non-binary lineup. It's me and three other non-binary DJs. And then on Saturday, I'm playing at Elsewhere for their Pride Party too. So it's just been such a gift to share both my authentic self and just the power of music to bring us all together. Electronic dance music comes from queer communities, queer people of color. Disco is what birthed house and techno music in Chicago and Detroit, and it came from predominantly queer spaces who gave us these dance floors to be our authentic selves, to live proudly, and to not have to be looking behind our back and like wondering who's looking at us. Um, so I feel very, very proud and very grateful to have that platform and to continue on the legacy of our elders. It's so important. And I also just want to say for all of the younger people here, whenever you are of age to vote, I implore you to please go register to do that right when you can, because it is a privilege that we have living in a country where we can share our opinions so openly. And there are a lot of cynical people here who think that their voice doesn't matter, and that's just not true. It's a lie that the billionaires like us to believe. We need to stick together, and if we are standing together, that is when the real change happens. That's
Yeah. Thank you,
it.
Erin. Before you go, the question I'm just asking everyone, I think that DJing and house techno music may be the answer, but what else do you do for joy in your life? What do you do to just have joy when you're not working and you need to fill up your cup?
I absolutely will be dancing myself. Like
Yeah,
I love to play music for people, but being on a dance floor is the most cathartic thing for me,
yes,
and slash listening to music. I
yes,
think music is a powerful tool to bring people together, and raving at its core is human connection. So when I'm at a dance floor, honestly, I don't want to be facing the DJ. I want to be facing the people. I want to see the expressions on their faces. I want to be smiling myself, and I want to bring the energy that I want to receive from other people.
absolutely. Yeah, I love dancing so much. I didn't know when I was younger how much I would enjoy it, but especially as like a trans person fully in my body, I think I also just love how much I get to be in my body in dancing, right? And just like expression. And when you let go of whatever anyone can think about your dance moves or otherwise, you just get to like feel fully embodied. And I love that about it.
Absolutely. It's such an amazing way to express yourself through movement. And also, there is science that backs when you are with a group of people who are all simultaneously moving their bodies to the tempo of music,
Mhm.
it can put like it can add years to your life because your endorphins and your just your molecular structure is like,
Yeah.
oh wow, we're all connected in this moment.
Yeah.
This is so beautiful.
Yeah, no, I love it. Well, know that later today we'll have a video from Lynn's Elmer, and they do some really cool kid stuff work, but they did a video where they're going to sing and have us do a little dancing. So it'll
Oh,
come
so
at some
cute.
point as a surprise later today, but we'll be dancing together and enjoying that. So
Love
uh,
it.
thank you so much, Erin, for being here, and also plug for later that Erin Squared, Erin Part 2, Erin's partner will be on later, and you can hear more from Erin then. So thank you, Erin, for joining us. We'll see you later.